On this channel we have covered a range of different shooters, many of them being free to play and widely accessible for all players to enjoy. Free to play shooters seem to be widely popular and common in 2022, and it's no surprise why, because studios are pumping out quality titles left, right and centre with no upfront costs. Games like Fortnite are taking the world by storm right now, while lesser known titles are steadily making a name for themselves. As an avid gamer myself, it's important for me to test out a game first before deciding on whether I want to commit to the title long term. And that is the great thing about free to play titles. In this video I will be covering my picks for the top free to play shooters you should play in 2022 and even as early as 2023. And although Fortnite is a widely popular free game, it will not be included on this list. Kickstarting this list we have Bloodhunt, a free-to-play, character-based battle royale game set in the larger universe of Vampire the Masquerade. Players can choose between a variety of different vampire archetypes, all of which have their own offensive, defensive and passive abilities. Movement is a massive part of Bloodhunt, with players being able to scale walls, sliding which can build momentum, and hovering when aiming down sights in midair. Therefore, players will need to manage their movement in order to come out on top. At the start of the game, players will pick their spawn location, as opposed to normal dropping into the AO in other Battle Royale titles, and are free to loot the surrounding areas for weapons, blood bags and armor vests for healing, as well as feasting upon NPCs either to heal or stock up on resonance slots, which will offer a range of different buffs. Of course, the last man standing or last team standing will win the overall match. For those who are looking for a more casual experience, Bloodhunt also offers a team deathmatch mode, which serves as a great experience not only to get used to the game mechanics, but to just pass the time with some chaotic yet fun gameplay. Bloodhunt is free to play on PC and PS5 for those who want to try it out for themselves. Next on the list is The Cycle Frontier, which is a free-to-play looter shooter, which takes many liberties from Escape from Tarkov and brings it into an expansive sci-fi setting. Players assume the role of prospectors, who are individuals that are tasked with researching, exploring, or mining on a new deadly planet. Players start with a brief tutorial to get them into terms with the mechanics of the game, and afterwards are free to roam the prospect station. The prospect station acts as a central hub where players can take on jobs, purchase new gear, sell items and interact with other players. Once players are ready, they can head into one of two maps, each serving as different areas of the planet. Once players drop into the map, they are free to do whatever they please, but make sure you bring a backpack and some weapons and ammo to make the most of your journey. Players can harvest valuable minerals, hunt wildlife, and scavenge for items which can all be brought back to the prospect station. That's if you can make it back alive, that is. Players can encounter hostile wildlife, harsh environmental effects, and players who might just want to steal your loot. Die and everything that is not kept in your safe pockets will be lost. Make a successful extraction back to the station and you get to keep your items, which can either be used for crafting or sold for currency, which can then be used to purchase more items for the next run. The Cycle Frontier is free to play on PC via Steam or the Epic Game Store for those who want to try it out. Shatterline is a new free-to-play hero first-person shooter coming to early access on Steam on September the 8th and combines much of the more arcade-like elements from other first-person shooters with some aspects from games like Overwatch and Valorant. The game features a roguelike co-op mode where players assume the role of a group of mutants. Players can pick between a variety of different characters, each with their own special weapons, and will progress through a linear level to battle against crystal-infected monsters and other unique enemies along the way. Along their journey, players can encounter special enemy types and bosses, and upon completing each section, players are rewarded with supply drops that offer upgraded weapon variants and even perks and gadgets. Players can also gain blueprints after each boss encounter and will have to make it to an extraction point upon deciding to leave in order to secure the obtained blueprints. These blueprints are used to craft special weapons that can be used in the multiplayer mode. Shatterline features a versus multiplayer mode where players can play modes like Team Deathmatch, Conquest, Escort and Free-for-All, much like other multiplayer first-person shooters. Again, players can pick their character at the start of the game and make use of their unique gadgets, perks, and throughout the game they can fill up the progress bar of their ultimate weapon and utilize it in combat. There is also a creator class system for each character, allowing players to customize their primary and secondary weapon according to their liking. Shatterline comes to early access on Steam, but will make its full release in February of 2023. There is talk of the game releasing onto console as well, however not much is confirmed on when that will be. POLYGON is a free-to-play multiplayer first-person shooter developed by Absolute Soft, whom are mostly known for their browser-based shooter called Contract Wars. POLYGON is the spiritual successor of Contract Wars and is an all-multiplayer shooter set in the same world of Escape from Tarkov. In this game, players can participate in a multitude of different game modes, some including Team Deathmatch, Domination, and Gun Game. The game is very much in line with the old school shooters of its time, taking more arcade-like gameplay, whilst also making the game quite slow-paced. The game also borrows elements from shooters like CSGO, where players can purchase equipment for their inventory, which can then be used in combat. Another thing that's unique about this game is the RPG-like skill tree system, which allows players to level up their character, granting them new perks and advantages. Although the use of supply drops and other pay-to-win systems may just leave a bad taste in people's mouths, POLYGON is a great shooter for players who are looking for a nostalgic first-person shooter experience. POLYGON is free to play on Steam for all those who wish to try it out for themselves. POLYGON is a free-to-play, low-poly first-person shooter that takes many liberties from Battlefield, but combines them with a more fast-paced and infantry-style gameplay. POLYGON is a fast-paced shooter making use of a stamina system to prompt players to managing their movements effectively when heading into matchmaking. In this game, players can expect to play on large-scale maps and partake in objective-based game modes like Conquest, battling it out against enemy players. Players are able to gain currency during their matches, which can then be used to unlock new weapons and attachments, which can then be equipped before or during matchmaking. Although POLYGON offers very little content for players, lacking weapon variety and featuring very few maps and game mode, the smooth gameplay and endless fun makes it quite a quality title, despite being made by one developer. It can also run exceptionally well on lower end PCs, due to its low poly art style. POLYGON is available for PC players on Steam if you want to try it out for yourself. And there you have it, those are the top free-to-play shooters that you should play in 2022 to 2023. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, as well as turn on post notifications so that you never miss a video just like this one. Make sure to stick around for the outro and check out some of my other videos, I'd really appreciate it. But that is all the time we have for today, so guys, make sure to have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.